Alright, so now that we got a small group of students together, we can start our training. I want to note that I'm not a black belt at Jhondo Ryu, I'm a white belt just like you guys. We're all going to get there together. A lot of these teachings are going to be coming from my old Jhondo Ryu instructor, Shihan Janane. Don't let this guy's age and warm smile fool you. This guy was a fucking animal. He was born in Hungary, fought in the war at age 15, was a prisoner of war, had all kinds of shit happen to him. He could be the sweetest old man you ever met, but if you crossed him, he would fuck you up. Shihan, onegai ishimasu. Shihan ni, rape. Rest in peace, my brother. One more quick side note, if you're in any way racist, prejudiced, sexist, or display any kind of turd behavior, you're not ready for your training yet. I'm not saying you can't change, but you're not ready yet. I'm going to prescribe you about 8 grams of psychedelic mushrooms and a Grateful Dead concert, and then come back and maybe we could talk. Get some help, though. Behind me is the entrance to the dojo. Let's go on in and start our training. Lesson 1. Your everyday carry. Every human being should have a knife on him at all times. I don't give a shit who you are, man, woman, or child, you should always be carrying a knife on you. I use my everyday carry, or my EDC, for literally everything, from flipping burgers, scraping shit off the floor, to doing my taxes. Our grandfather's generation used to bring a knife to school with them as early as 2nd grade so they could whittle sticks at recess. Somehow we've lost this way, but we need to get it back. It's a responsible thing to do for yourself and for your fellow human being. The more people we have armed up and ready for an emergency, the better off and safer all of us are. So for lesson 1, find a nice pocket knife you feel comfortable using, carry it with you, make it your EDC, and make it an extension of your own body. Lesson 2, discarding your identity. Alright, so Buddhism 101 states that you are not your body. You don't have a soul. None of us have a soul. We are souls that have bodies. Kind of a essence or spirit that's kind of driving this little meat vehicle around that we call a body. I got introduced to this concept at a very young age. When I used to come to the dojo to train, Shihan would tell us that when you're here at the dojo, you're not a man or a woman, you're not a Republican, you're not a Democrat, you're nothing. You're nothing, you're nobody, you're just you, and you're fucking awesome. I know it's a new thing lately. Everyone wants to identify as something. Everyone wants you to know what they identify as. But here, none of that shit matters. No one gives a shit. Just be yourself and you will be loved for who you are. You are literally the universe manifesting itself in a human form to experience life. The odds of us even being here as a human is the same odds as flipping a coin and not having it land on heads or tails, but on its edge 64,000 times in a row. Those are impossible odds. So basically lesson 2 is going to be discard your identity and unsubscribe who you think you are or who you want to be, and just be. Lesson 3, realizing your inner douche. We all do douchey shit sometimes. It's okay, it's part of life, it happens. The problem is when you don't realize that you're being a douche is when you are being a douche. It could be things you're doing, things you're wearing, things you're saying, any of these things. You'll know when it's happening because it just won't feel right. You'll feel wrong inside. It's a gross feeling to carry around. That's why it's important to identify these behaviors and monitor our douche levels, because if they get too high, you're exiled to douchebagistan where there's no coming back. There's nothing douchier than someone who takes themselves too seriously or can't laugh at themselves. So that's why for this lesson I'm going to recommend that you make fun of yourself twice a day just to keep yourself humble. Every human should be made fun of at least 3 times a week, no matter what race, sex, or disability they have, just to thicken up your skin and keep you humble. If it's funny, laugh at it. Toxic sensitivity is a dangerous thing. That's why we're going to go twice a day. So for lesson 3, identify and accept your own douchey behaviors within yourself. When they happen, embrace them and laugh at them. We're going to laugh at ourselves twice a day. Thicken up your skin. Thanks for watching, guys. Domo arigato.